Welcome to the Intro to Coding class. We're going to be creating different applications using Python. We're going to spend the first half of the year learning about the basics of Python, and then the second half of the year applying those basics to creating more complex 2D video games. So the way that the website here is set up is we have the daily schedule, which I can click on, and you can see I have the current week, and if I scroll on down, I have last week. So if you're ever absent, there's a 2-week window of the objectives that we had for the day and the milestone, and any announcements. So you can come to this page and find out anything that you missed if you are sick. So we have the daily schedule. That's something that you should be going to on a daily basis. And then we have the how-tos page. And if there's anything that I need to kind of disseminate to all of you guys, something I need to show you how to do, I usually will put up a video on YouTube and post it up here. So you can see here, this is a video on how to install PyCharm at home, which is an IDE that lets you program in Python. You can see here, how do you rip sound from YouTube. So just anything that I need to kind of show you guys, I usually just make a video and put it up here. Okay. And then we have our textbook. And this is where you want to get started. Where is this? This is www.interactivepython.org. And if you get here, you want to create an account. So you want to go ahead and hit register. Come to profile. You're going to fill in all your information here. Let's please use our real first and last name. It saves me the trouble of translating when I'm grading. And let's use our school email account here. The course name, you're going to put SMHS _code _16, and for the section name, you're going to put P for period and then the number, right? So lowercase p and the number period that you are. And so yeah, I guess this is for this year, but next year this is going to be a 17, so you should put 17 there. Yeah, and so once you go ahead and create your account, that's going to give you access to this textbook. Right. And the way the textbook works is we go ahead and open up a chapter, read through it, and then when you're finished, you'll go ahead and hit the arrow to move on to the next chapter. Right. And sometimes they have little test questions to make sure that you understood what was being talked about. And also, if I go ahead and move forward a little bit, you could see that there are videos that we're watching, and also little boxes that you can run Python code on, right? So what does this do? This prints out this operation, right? And what is this operation? It's 2 to the power, this is power, of 3 to the power of 2. So 3 to the power of 2 is 9, and then 2 to the power of 9 is 512. So yeah, so you can go ahead and tinker around with this if you don't really understand a command or a concept. But that's how this book works. And at the end of every chapter, there are a set of exercises. So you're going to go ahead and click on that, and you'll have these exercises that you need to complete, and I'll be able to see those, right? So hold on one second. Let me go ahead and actually log in so I could show you something. Okay, so this is the web page that you're going to see. Oh. Hold on one second. Says that I'm not logged in. Okay, so okay, so wow. Okay, so we're finally in, and sometimes it'll do that to you. It'll just kick you out, but go ahead and hit profile, the little silhouette, and then go to instructors page and just do what I did, and eventually you'll get back in. But my point is that you want to complete the exercises, but then you also want to complete the class assignments here at the top. And so if I click on that, you can see here that I have a chapter. I have small little problems here, and the way you're going to do this problem is I'm going to hit show code, which breaks this open, and then you're going to accomplish this task here in the box, right? And then you can save and run. You can see what that prints out, right? And so at the end of the chapter, it also has the exercises that you need to complete on the table of contents page. And you can see that here with the general introduction chapter, there are no exercises. So I have none here. But with the next chapter, Simple Python Data, you're going to look here at the bottom of it. Where is it? Okay, so you can look at the bottom of it here, and it says complete all the exercises, right? So that means you're going to come back to the table of contents, and here on the second chapter, you're going to, of course, read all of this, and then you're going to complete all of the exercises that are found in this chapter. And so this class assignments page is just an outline of the assignments that you're going to complete in the order that you're going to complete them, right? So we're going to use this book to learn the basics of Python, and then every once in a while, you're going to come back here to my webpage and complete a project, right? And so draw something is the first project. So when we're here on the assignments page, we're doing, and then eventually here we learn about the turtle graphics, which allows you to draw on the screen. And you can see here that eventually it's going to say complete the project, draw something on Code Creative, right? So when you see this, then you're going to come on back to my webpage, and then you can go ahead and see the guide here, and that gives you a little bit more information about the project. And then when you finish, of course, we're going to go back to class assignments, and what's next is we're going to move on to the Pythons module, which is a chapter in the textbook. All right? So that's going to be the rhythm of the class. It's going to be textbook, exercises, class assignments, and then every once in a while a project on Code Creative, and then back to textbook, class assignments, exercises, and then back to project on Code Creative. So you're going to complete this project, this Racing Turtles, Choose Your Own Adventure, Guessing Game, Magic 8 Ball, Chatbot, and then this is the second half of the year where we do away with the textbook and we just follow my guides, right? So I wrote a couple of guides here that you're going to use to build these different video games. So first we're going to start with Pong, just to learn the basics of building a video game using Pygame, which is the module that allows us to do that in Python. And then we go on to Density, which teaches you in a little bit more depth the functionalities of Pygame. And then there's Raiden 2, which introduces the concept of a camera that follows the main character around. So you can have a map that's bigger than the size of the screen, but you'll also have a camera that just follows where the hero is or where the main character is, and allows you to explore a extremely large map. Right? And then finally, you're going to design your own game. Right? And so that's the class in a nutshell. There's not going to be any homework, which is good, right? And I'm basically going to self-pace the class, which means wherever you guys are at, that's what's going to be due, basically. And so hopefully that puts a little less stress on you. But this class is not easy per se, right? So it's you're definitely going to learn something. You definitely need to come in with your thinking hats on and engage the material. Yeah, so I mean, those students who are not successful are those who underestimate the class and maybe take a few days off. They skip a few assignments, which means they skipped over a few key concepts, which means that now they're completely lost. All right, so I'm going to do my best to make sure that that doesn't happen, but of course I'm not omnipotent, and so if you can do your best to stay on track, make good use of your class time, and of course ask me any questions as they come up. And that's about it. Good luck.